Hey guys, this is Jessica Gutierrez with Clean With Me podcast. This is a podcast where I walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together. Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. So I actually recorded last night, but I didn't really like how it turned out, and I found a bunch of cleaning hacks that I wanted to talk about. So I'm re-recording, but I hope you guys are ready to clean today. If not, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So someone DM'd me actually last night and asked that I talk about just making a regular schedule before you clean. And you can do this. I've talked about getting up like 15 minutes earlier every day and just starting to do that regularly in your life and just getting up a little bit before your family every day and implementing something that you find helpful in your life, whether that's adding a chore to your morning routine, spending some more time on yourself, or even making a schedule. And this person requested that I talk about making a schedule. So in this case, if what you need is more structure in your life and a detailed schedule because maybe you have trouble staying on task, then I suggest that you do what I do, and that's get up just a few minutes earlier every day to where soon enough you're getting up hours before you need to get up for work or just your day if you stay at home, whatever it is you do. And then if you need a schedule, have a calendar, or you can use your phone. That's what phones are for, or a detailed planner. I have a planner. I like writing things out. My mom likes more digital type planning. And she mentioned that she has a grocery list that she uses every time she goes grocery shopping. And you can have this in your planner, and that way every time you go grocery shopping you have kind of a baseline of what to get, because everybody is different when it comes to getting groceries, but it's good to have a basic plan of what you get, and everybody kind of gets the same thing weekly. I know for me and my mom and a couple of people, that I've talked to about grocery shopping, we pretty much get the same. We get different things than each other, but we pretty much get the same things every time we go grocery shopping, give or take a few things. So my version of what my mom has, which is a list that she builds on in her phone, I, have used the Walmart app and done grocery pickup quite a few times because I have 2 young children that are close in age, and that is free, by the way. So if grocery shopping is something that's very stressful for you and it's something that's overwhelming, I like to pick out my own fruits and vegetables, but everything else, why not get grocery pickup? And my mom mentioned in her town, she lives in Hobbs, New Mexico, and in her town, I guess she's done grocery pickup and it takes forever or something and they don't really do a good job. But in Fort Worth, where I live, there's no problems. I drive right up, they load up the groceries, everything's wonderful. So I highly recommend, it's free, Walmart grocery pickup, and they keep a record of what you buy, and you can choose to just get the same list of things that you got the first time. So that's my version. I have that, and I will refer back to it even when I'm just shopping in the store and not doing grocery pickup, because it tells me what I bought before. But if you prefer to write down a list, I really liked what my mom does. She just has a list in her phone, but my version of that would be in my planner, and then you just refer back to that and either add or take away from your basic weekly or bi-weekly list. And then you can add whatever you need personally to this planner, whether that's homework or daily chores, bonus chores, things you have to do for the day, detailed schedules, whatever, this is completely personal to you. And like I said, just use that time in the morning, that time that's just your own. And if you don't have time in the morning, make time by getting up earlier. And it sounds impossible. I know I was one of those people that I wanted to get the most amount of sleep possible. And I was like that for a long time until I realized how amazing it is to have that special time in the morning to myself to clean or make lists or plan my day or just spend some time on myself getting ready, plucking my eyebrows, what have you, whatever self-care I don't get to usually do because of my kids. So, and my kids, now that I'm working and stuff, they get up really early. So I found myself getting up at like 5 in the morning to beat them from waking up and getting my alone time. But if that's what you have to do to get alone time it really has made me more productive and has improved my quality of life, I think, dramatically. So highly recommend. But I'll talk more about that in a later episode, but I just wanted to throw that in there because it was requested. But do whatever you do that gets you ready for cleaning. Open some windows, light a candle, throw your hair up in a bun. If you're doing a deep cleaning, put something that you don't mind getting dirty on. I say get ready for the day, but what I mean by that is I like to freshen up a little bit before I clean. I slap a little bit of makeup on, throw my hair in a bun, but I do put on like messy clothes if I'm doing a deep clean. And then I put on my regular clothes after I clean or take a shower after I clean, depending on how deep I'm cleaning. If I'm doing a super deep clean and I'm getting sweaty and nasty, then I will just shower after and get ready after. It just kind of depends. But this is a Thanksgiving episode, and I'm kind of gearing this to having guests in your house, getting your house company ready, or getting ready to go out of town. Either way, you want your house very deeply clean. Either way, you're wanting to do over and above the usual cleaning, because if you're having guests over for Thanksgiving, for example, or if you're not, just pretend you are so that you deep clean your house. I like to trick my brain into thinking that I'm having guests sometimes, so I clean a little bit deeper and look at things I don't normally look at. But we're gonna talk about, doing things that are getting ready for guests. So first things first, let's do what we do every episode, and let's go ahead and start a load of laundry, and we'll come back to that after the episode is over. So let's go ahead and do a laundry switch, washer to dryer, dryer to laundry basket, and we'll save that for after the episode to fold. And we want to fold things as they come out of the dryer, at least within the hour, because otherwise they'll probably just sit there in a pile. And I found, for me personally, if I don't fold things when they come out of the washer or dryer, they will sit there for a day or two or more or forever. So it's like no in between. I either fold them immediately when they come out or they just sit there forever. So that's why we do that. And when you guys are done with doing your load of laundry, I'll give you a second to do that. I want you to start by unloading your dishwasher or your dish rack, drying rack, and just go ahead and put all those dishes away where they go. And as we're putting the dishes away, just be thinking to yourself, if I was having guests, or if I am having guests for a holiday, it is Thanksgiving today, but there are other holidays coming up, and maybe you're not hosting this one, but maybe you're hosting the next one. So just think about this. People are going to be, if you're having family members over, you're probably going to have people in your cabinets, in your utensil drawer in your junk drawer. A lot of people have junk drawers. I do. I don't know if that's like a common thing in other countries or states, but I know I have a junk drawer, a miscellaneous drawer where I keep batteries and scissors and whatnot, just random stuff. And that needs to be cleaned out. We don't want that to get too out of hand, but it is like a miscellaneous drawer most people have in their kitchen, I think. But anyway, you're going to have guests getting into that stuff because they're going to be trying to help you with the food prep and stuff, especially if they're close family members in from out of town or something like that. They're going to be in your cabinets. So as we're putting stuff away, if you're noticing that your cabinets are out of hand or need some tending to, they need to be organized, they need to be better, like I said before in a previous episode, if you're playing Tetris, putting pans away, it might be time to do a cabinet overhaul and reorganize that cabinet. So just be thinking of those things as we're putting away dishes. If you need to do that after the episode's over, keep that planner nearby and just kind of scrawl that down in your notebook or planner. And remember to do that after the episode if you need to, or at your earliest convenience. And then when you're done with that, we're going to do a really deep, good pre-rinse of all of your dishes. We want to really thoroughly pre-rinse everything, no matter what, even if we're not able to get to our dishes, if we're in a hurry leaving the house in the morning and we made breakfast and we don't have time to do the dishes, at least pre-rinse and get the food off the dishes, because you're just making more work for yourself. If you leave it on there, it's going to get gross, it's going to get moldy, it's going to get funky smelling. We don't want to leave food on dishes no matter what. So very important to pre-rinse before you leave the house. Make that a goal. Obviously, the main goal would be having dishes done before you leave the house, but if for some reason that is not possible, at least do a good pre-rinse. And in the spirit of the holidays and prepping for the holidays, I always say that while you're pre-rinsing and gathering dishes from around the house, because nothing irritates me more than when people bring me dishes when I'm done doing the dishes from other rooms of the house. So I like to gather up dishes from around the house first when I'm doing my pre-rinsing. And I also like looking inside of my refrigerator for any leftover dishes or anything that needs to be cleaned, any old food, leftovers, whatever that needs to be washed out, any dishes, pots, pans, etc. If we're hosting for a holiday, we're probably going to need all of our pans and dishes, so definitely don't want any in the refrigerator with food in it. We're going to need all of those dishes, and we want to leave plenty of room for leftovers and stuff. So now would be a good time to clean out your refrigerator. Today would be a good time to clean out your refrigerator, because even if we are not having people over, we're probably going to come home with some leftovers. It's Thanksgiving. You're going to need room in your refrigerator. So if you have time during the dish time, go ahead and throw away anything that needs to be thrown out in your refrigerator. If you don't have time, you could do it after the episode is over. Just write it down. Remember to do that. I like to do it during the dish time allotted. I know I don't give you guys a lot of time, and sometimes we have really messy kitchens, and that's okay. Just remember, you can always rewind the dish portion if you need extra time. And re-listen to it, or just pause it until you're done, or just listen with me and finish your dishes. If all you do is your dishes today, that's fine, as long as you're getting something done and being productive. That's the most important thing. You do whatever you need to do in your life and your house. But yeah, just be chugging away at your dishes, and I'll just tell you a little update on my life. They're still doing construction on my floors. We just have wood floors. I don't know if that's even allowed for them to do this to us for that long, but we just put all of our refrigerator and our stove back in the house, because obviously we're not just going to live without those things for that long. We're just going to have to move them back out when they put the carpet in. But they're just, leaving us with wood floors, so we just put rugs and plastic over the ground to make it safe and for the kids, and then put our couch and stove and refrigerator back in the house. But yeah, just an update, that's not done yet. They scheduled it for the 8th, which is kind of ridiculous, and it's probably because of the holidays. I don't know why the landlord did it that way, but whatever. He said he couldn't get anyone to the 8th. He should have planned it out better, but that's what we're dealing with right now. And on a happy note, it's almost my daughter's 4th birthday. Juliana is almost 4. And it's almost my stepdaughter's 13th birthday, which is crazy. I met her when she was 6, so it's so crazy that she's going to be turning 13. Their birthdays are only a couple days apart. And so we're going to have a joint birthday party for them. And every morning, Juliana wakes up and half asleep, she goes, "Is it my birthday yet?" Every day. And it's so funny and cute. And she goes, "Oh," she gets all mad when I say it's not her birthday yet. And I'm like, "It's almost your birthday, babe." But it's hilarious. She does it every morning. She rolls over out of bed and says, "Is it my birthday yet?" So I just thought y'all would think that was funny. So I'm definitely not having people over at my house because of the floor issue, but we are going places and we're still needing to clean out the refrigerator, so I'm going to be doing that today because I am going to bring home lots of leftovers, I'm sure, and just be working on your dishes still as I'm talking. One thing that I did mention, they did have plastic up when they were doing the major part of the construction of the floors, but my walls got covered in dust. And it's good to clean your walls during spring cleaning, at least like once a year, maybe more than that, depending. If you have kids, probably more than that. But something I saw on TikTok, a TikTok hack, they put a bucket with Fabuloso and baking soda mixed together, the floor cleaner Fabuloso. And they got like a cheap paint roller from Dollar Tree and they dipped it in the baking soda and Fabuloso and they used that to wash the walls. And I'm going to try that for the dust because everything's kind of dusty and, you can't tell really from just looking, but if you looked closely at my walls, there's like light dust over the walls from the construction they did. So I'm going to try that and I'm going to let you guys know if it works. I'm sure it will. But it looked like kind of messy, because obviously it's going to be like running down your walls. So I would probably get like some rags and go back behind the paint roller and wipe it up with just some terry cloths. Also, I also saw a woman that said she was a professional cleaner say that she doesn't put fabric softener in with her towels because it makes them less absorbent when you put fabric softener in towels, and I did not know that. I don't know if it's true. I'm assuming it is. I don't know why she would lie about that. So that's an interesting thought because I never really thought about that. She said it creates like a coating on the towels, which makes sense, and then it makes it less absorbent. So her cleaning rags, she does not use fabric softener. So that was something interesting that I learned. But you guys should be done with the dishes or getting close to being done. If you're not, that's fine. No judgment. We all have days where we need more time on dishes. So if you need more time, go ahead and rewind me, pause me, whatever you need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to other portions of the kitchen at this time. So first thing we need to do after the dishes is we need to get rid of every bit of trash. So order of operations when cleaning any room is throw away anything that is trash in the refrigerator, on the countertops, on your kitchen table. Any trash that needs to be thrown away, throw that away. And then we need to remove anything that does not belong from the room and put it away where it goes, any clutter. And like I said, in the spirit of the holidays, let's look at your house from the perspective of having guests from other people and try to get as much clutter out of the way as possible, and try to think about, pretend like you're hosting a party if you're not, and just try to get your house company ready, as my mom likes to call it, just ready for people to come. Because there's like everyday clean, and then there's company clean. There's hosting a birthday party at your house clean, which I'm not doing this year because it's super stressful, and the floor thing. And I like to take a break every so often. I usually do. We have a big backyard, so I like doing the kids' birthdays at the house, but I'm taking a break from it this year, and we're going to do it at a trampoline place instead, because it's just as expensive, getting food for everyone and doing the whole backyard thing, and then it's stressful because you have to cook and clean and everyone, but some of you might be doing that, whether it's birthday parties or Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating. But today I forgot to mention, we're going to focus on outer areas today. So the outer areas, just like with our mini episode, we're going to focus a little bit more time, but it's going to be, the living area, kitchen area, and bathroom, what a guest would see. And if you have people staying at your house, that includes the bedrooms, but I'll talk more in depth about bedrooms this Sunday on next Sunday's episode, because I am working on an overhaul of my back bedrooms, and I'm not quite finished yet. I've done a lot of work in my back bedrooms. I've done a couple of them, but one of them still needs to be overhauled, and the construction has kind of put a hold on that because it's kind of a storage room right now, because we needed, one of the kids' rooms to put everything that used to be in the living room in. So it's kind of cluttery right now, and it's hard to clean when there's a lot of like random furniture in the room. But as soon as, that room gets cleared out, I will be able to talk more about it. And I am slowly going through the stuff that's in the room and clothing and stuff like that. And it's the last room I have to do. So I'm going to talk in depth about bedrooms and then in the next episode. But today we're going to focus on outer areas in the spirit of the holidays. So once you're done putting everything away where it goes, and getting all of the clutter and everything put away, and what we want to do is just go wipe down crazy. So whatever you prefer to wipe down with, whether that's cleaning spray, multi-purpose spray, and rags, or if that is the Clorox disinfecting wipes, either using spray disinfectant or wipes, whatever you prefer. I prefer the Clorox disinfecting wipes, or the generic ones that are lemon scented. Those are my favorite. But I'm going to do a thorough wipe down of the stove top, behind the stove. Make sure you get the wall behind the stove, because you can get grease splatter. Make sure you're getting every bit of your countertops, your cabinets. You could have splatter on the cabinets, your sink, around your sink, behind your faucet. If the walls need to be wiped down, if there's scuff marks on cabinets, on walls, that's why I keep a stockpile of magic erasers. There's also like a Dollar Tree version of magic eraser that don't work quite as well, but they still work. I like to keep stockpiled magic erasers and Clorox wipes because I use them all the time with having children. I definitely get quite a bit of use out of those things. So, any scuff marks on walls or cabinets or anything, those magic erasers are great for that. And while we're wiping down, make sure you're wiping down the refrigerator, maybe inside the refrigerator if it needs it, chairs, tables, high chairs. We finally got rid of the high chair. Now we got this cute little cheap table from IKEA with two little kid chairs. So they have like a little mini table that they sit at, and they love that. And so, because it's their size, they like, sitting at it and they don't get up. So that's the alternative for the high chair now that they're older and they like that. So I would highly recommend getting a little mini table for your kids. But once you're done thoroughly wiping down everything in the kitchen, we're going to quickly move on to the outer areas. And whatever that means for you, you might have multiple living areas. So whatever one needs more attention, or maybe you want to do the thing that people first see when they walk into your house. Like my mom mentioned, we both have unfortunate floor plans where you kind of see our whole house when you first walk in. So everything is kind of important, and hers is kind of the same way. You see the kitchen and the living area when you first walk in because it's a very open floor plan. So mine would be my main living area, but whatever that means to you, your entryway, you need to freshen up. If you need to throw away trash before you start your living areas, if your kitchen trash is full, go ahead and take that trash out to the dumpster or whatever you need to do. And before I get into the living areas and entryways and stuff, if you're throwing out your trash can and your trash can is really dirty and nasty, you might want to wash that out in the bathtub or outside with the hose. Don't just leave it dirty and put a bag to hide it because it probably smells. We all want to ignore things like that, but this is your sign to clean out your trash can. Or maybe behind the trash can has like some food splatter or something. You might need to wipe that down with a magic eraser or just some wipes. But moving on, let's go ahead and when you first walk in, pretend you're a visitor, pretend you're a family member from out of town, and when you first walk in your house, what do you see? What's out of place? Is there anything that needs tending to? Open your windows, let light into the area, and just look from the eye of a visitor and just freshen up the place. Get any clutter out of the way and put it away. Like any room, you want to throw away trash first, and then with the focal points of the room, we want to deal with the couch first. And on our deep cleaning days, I like to talk about taking the cushions off and vacuuming underneath the cushions, spot cleaning the couch, cleaning underneath the couch. And I did not know these existed, but I talk a lot about things going underneath your couch and that you could take the legs off of most couches. But I did not know that they sell little plastic guards. If you don't like the look of your couch being flush with the floor, they sell plastic toy guards to put on your couch so that things don't go underneath your couch. I did not know that. I saw it online earlier today and I was flabbergasted. And I will be investing in those because I do like the look of the legs on my couch, and it just looks better. And I didn't know they sold those, so I'm definitely going to invest. So I didn't know those existed. If you did, I guess I don't know. I was in the dark, but I am definitely, that's something that I'm like, okay, just shut up and take my money. Toy guards, yes, please. I'm going to buy them. So I'm super excited. I'm going to look them up on Amazon after I'm done recording. And I can put the legs back on my couch. That's exciting, right? But if you don't have the toy guards yet, like I don't, go ahead and maybe your couch isn't flush with the floor. Take a broom and just clean out from underneath your couch if there's anything underneath there that needs cleaning. Any toys or just random miscellaneous junk, go ahead and just do a quick sweep and get everything. If you can't move your couch, if you can move your couch, great. And then just pick up anything that's out of the place, wipe down anything that needs to be wiped down. If your window seals need to be wiped down, your windows might need to be Windexed. Your TV stand, your TV, don't spray anything directly on your TV. Your end tables, your coffee table might need to be wiped down thoroughly. You might need to dust some things in your living areas. I I always use a Sponge Daddy now. I like that brand. It is kind of expensive, but they last a long time. I guess they have a wet duster. It looks like a sponge, but it has like ridges, and you get it wet and you dust things with it. And I'm going to be investing in that soon. I'm going to look for that. I saw it on a video, and I like to wet dust things in general, so I was really excited when I saw that. I'm going to try that. And no, I'm not. I wish I was promoted by Sponge Daddy. They're huge, but I'm not. I just really like their products. I just like using them. Probably because I see them in videos all the time, but they are really good. And they introduced a handle for the sponges that dispenses the soap, so it's the best of both worlds. I get a Sponge Daddy and a hand dispense thing. They need to promote my show because I talk about them all the time. But anyway, as I was saying, go ahead and finish up with your living areas. If you need to do a vacuum, if you have carpet and you need to vacuum quickly your floor, there's nothing more satisfying than vacuuming and seeing the lines in your carpet. I don't know why, but that's super satisfying to me, is vacuuming really well and just seeing the lines on the carpet. So I was really excited to get carpet, so they need to hurry up and put my carpet in because I really like vacuuming for a weird reason. That's why I love my hand vacuum. It's just so easy and fun. And make sure every once in a while you're cleaning very thoroughly your filters in your vacuum, rinsing them out in the sink. Make sure you don't use your vacuum till every part is completely dry, and make sure you're keeping note of how things go when you're taking it apart. But vacuums have a lot of parts, and they work best when they are cleaned, and it's good to clean them every so often, so don't forget to clean out your vacuum. I know some of you like to do the floors after the episode, so I will remind you to do your floors after also, but if you prefer to do it while I'm talking, you can do that. If you have wood floors and you want to do a quick sweep and Swiffer or mop, do that. And I heard that Swiffering doesn't really get your floors really clean. I guess it's good to also mop or use like a rag and actually like wipe down on your hands and knees the floor. I also saw, I'm just making you all buy a bunch of stuff. Sorry, I watched a bunch of videos and I'm all hyped up about these products. I saw these shoes, and they're like drying they're these covers you put over your shoes, and it's for when you mop, you can use your feet. You put these covers on and you use your feet to dry the floor. They look like like little mops, and you put them like as shoe covers and just dry the floor with your feet as you mop. Super awesome. Again, something that I definitely waste my money on. But anyway, you should be finishing up with your living area. If it's super dirty, if there's lots of toys or something, I understand, and that's fine. Again, if you need extra time, you can pause me, rewind me, whatever you need to do. Again, super, super into that toy rotation that I've been implementing. If you have gotten rid of a lot of toys, but you still own a lot of toys, I would just keep a smaller toy box and take out their favorite toys, whatever they are at the time, let them play with those and dump those out. And then once they get tired of those, just rotate out a new group of toys. That way they're not dumping out a giant toy box every time they play, and you don't have to pick up 1,000 toys every time they play. So it's something that I bring up a lot because it's changed the game for me. I really am happy that I started doing that because it's really annoying to pick up 1,000 toys from a toy box every day. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bathroom. Bathrooms are very important to keep clean when you're having guests. Guests are going to use the bathroom if you're hosting parties. If you're having family from out of town, you probably want your guest bathroom to be nice and clean and pretty when they show up. So First things first, if you have any dirty laundry in the bathroom, go ahead and take that to the laundry area at this time. If you have a dirty laundry basket in your bathroom, move that to the laundry area. For if you have any rags or towels that need to be washed, anything like that, go ahead and take those out at this time. Any trash in the bathroom, you can take out your trash to the dumpster right now and replace the bag. If your bathroom trash is gross and needs to be washed out, again, you might need to wash that out in the bathtub or outside with the hose. It's good to keep your trash cans nice and clean. If you have liners for the waste baskets, usually they won't get dirty, but every so often they do, so we need to wash those out when they do so they don't stink or get nasty. And once everything is cleared, we want to clear things from the countertops, clear all the clutter. We want everything out of sight, out of mind. If you don't have an organizer, then put it in a cabinet and put it away. And then once you've cleared everything out of the way, it's time to get wiped down happy. So get your Clorox wipes or whatever you prefer to use and some rags. And first we want to Windex the mirrors, clean the mirrors off with some window cleaner. And then next I like to do the faucets and the countertops and wipe those down with disinfecting wipes. If you have hard water on your faucet, put some vinegar in a plastic bag and secure it around the faucet with a hair tie or something and let it sit for like an hour and clean it off. And it is good to clean the heads of your faucet with like an old toothbrush or something every so often, because you can get buildup on your faucet. And, you're using that water to brush your teeth, so we don't want the head of the faucet to be nasty and have mold or buildup. That's gross. So either wipe it down or use a toothbrush or something to clean that off every so often, definitely, regularly. I don't talk about that a lot, but if you think about it, it's really nasty if that's got buildup on it and that's the water you're drinking or brushing your teeth with. So make sure we're cleaning that every so often. And once you're done with the countertops, let's move on to the toilet. Get your toilet bleach and squirt it underneath the rim. I hate it when people squirt it all haphazardly. Just squirt it under the rim in a circle, and that way there's a nice even coat of bleach. Let that sit, and while it's sitting in there or marinating, that sounds gross, but that's kind of what it's doing. Just do a thorough wipe down of your toilet. I like to wear gloves for this. That way I get more of a deep clean and I'm not scared to touch anything. I do parts that I touch first, handles, seats, and I just do a thorough wipe down of my toilet. I like to snap the lid of the toilet off and clean underneath there, clean the sides of the toilet, behind the toilet, the floor behind the toilet. Just do very thoroughly every single part. If the grout around the toilet's dirty, you might want to use some bleach on that too. But once you're done doing the thorough wipe down, get your toilet brush, scrub the inside of that toilet, and then flush. And if you want it to smell good, you can put a hole in some Fabuloso, put it in the back of the toilet, and then every time you flush, it'll smell good. There's a little trick for you. I've mentioned that before. And then let's move on to the shower. Get all of your shampoo bottles and everything out of the shower. If you have empty ones, throw those away. Sometimes kids leave decoys in there, so if it's like a guest bathroom or your kid's bathroom, you might have some decoys. Check and see if there's any empty ones and then throw those away. And then it's good to do a good bleaching of your bathtub. Maintain the bathtub and wipe it down every time you take a shower. Keep a sponge in there and with some multi-purpose bathroom cleaner in it, and just wipe it down after you take a shower every day. But it's good to bleach it at least once a week, especially if it's being used very often. And if it needs a deep clean, I would highly recommend using the toilet Clorox bleach. that really just blasts your bathtub clean and bleaches it clean and gets those really hard, tough stains. But if it doesn't need that much attention, you can just dampen your tub and sprinkle some Ajax bleach, and then use a sponge and some elbow grease. And if you have a bathtub, if you have like a stand-up shower, you might want to use something that's good for soap scum and spray that on the glass. They have special cleaners for that. I have a regular, tub and shower, so. And same thing with the faucets in your shower. If they have hard water buildup, you can do the vinegar method on that. Don't mix any chemicals together. Obviously, you do this at a different time than when you're using the bleach. And then rinse it off with, I like to keep a cup to get all the hard to reach places and rinse off the bleach, and then use the shower head. But it's good to have like a cup or something for what the shower head can't reach. And same thing with the grout. If the grout needs to be bleached, you can use that toilet bowl bleach, and it's good for blasting that grout clean, and you can use a toothbrush and just scrub it. And then for the floor, you can either Swiffer it clean, or you can just use a Swiffer pad with your hand and just, get on your hands and knees if it's a small surface area and just wipe it clean. My mom does that, and I do it every so often also. Or you can use a regular mop, whatever you prefer, and just clean those floors really quickly. But that's all I'm going to talk about today. It was just an outer area, getting your house ready for company. If there's anything else that you noticed while you were cleaning that needs to be deep cleaned, or any clutter or any area that needs extra attention, maybe it's a cabinet in your bathroom, or a spice cabinet, or a pantry that needs attention, go ahead and do that after the episode. Don't forget to switch that load of laundry, and after you do a full floor cleaning of your entire house, don't forget to put on a good show, put your feet up, and just fold those clothes and put them away. It's an easy thing to keep up with. It's just a matter of doing it. And I hope I helped you guys today. I hope you got something done. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving and a happy holidays. And as always, happy cleaning.